No, he was out of bounds about the 10-yard line.
9.
It's like an emergency. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forget with the tornadoes.
They have an excellent sound system. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
You just block all this out. Can you imagine living around here? Can you imagine living around here?
Yeah.
There are homes on the other side of that creek over on behind the visitors' I mean, soccer games.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine.
The one house right on top of the field, so you can board it up. I give up.
Yeah.
Wait for the play.
Okay, we can turn off the noise now and just get back to the game.
Bring them, send them all. Bring the house.
See what Coach Cucci calls here. Yeah.
Get there.
Nothing.
Good job, Derek.
Bembry with a
Yeah, Derek turned him in.
Derek turned right into him, and
Yeah. Derek's having a good
Derek,
game.
you know,
Derek's
this is his first game playing strong safety,
He's
and
having-
we've called his name out.
He's having a great game. We are live broadcasting from Tornadoes Alley. Brian Varnador here along with Ken Burton Jr. and Rick Wells on the commentary. Now Booker has the ball at the 10-yard line, takes a big hit from Day Ho and goes to the 3-yard line. So Booker driving here with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining here in the second. Palmetto Tigers have a 14-0 lead. Now I wanted to start off by apologizing to the TigerVision fans. We have had technical difficulties here like no other, but exciting football here by your Palmetto Tigers. Now Booker's taking this one off the goal line, hand the ball off the big back up the middle, 280 pounds, but he's stopped there by Bembry. Good leverage on that play. You know, they slide him in here, guys. He's listed at 280 pounds, and, you know, that's a tough task down
That's
this goal line.
That's a refrigerator.
So they're going to go goal line defense here, obviously, and they're going to try to put everybody in those gaps and keep them out of the end zone. And what are we at here?
We're right at halftime.
And Booker not watching the clock. The clock's running down, 23 seconds remaining here. The clock's burning down. Booker not calling a timeout. Now I'm wondering what's going on here with that. So down to 15 seconds, 14. There's your timeout. So really that gives you an opportunity to have 2 plays in here. But
it's fourth down, right?
Fourth down.
And you know Coach Cucci, he does not want them in the end zone. It'll bother him all week if they somehow manage to score.
So what you saw, TigerVision fans, is the Palmetto, there was one big play here by Booker that Palmetto came up very close. It was 50-50 ball, could have been an interception, and then the Booker offensive player was able to go down the sideline, and then amazing play by number 3, Day Hill. Outran the angle and was able to track the Booker very fast receiver down to keep the touchdown off the board. 14 minutes and 2 seconds. Booker is going to line up in a pistol formation here, and now they have the smaller back in the backfield, and Palmetto is in a very run-heavy pressure defense over there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 single out to the right, and they run out. The pistol quarterback keeps the ball,
He
lunges
didn't
toward the
make
line.
it.
The ball's on the
He
ground.
didn't make it.
So the ball is down.
It's down, and they stop them, guys. They
Yeah.
stop
That's
them.
it.
That's
So-
a great play by the defense.
Huge play by this Palmetto Tiger defense. Rick, while I have a chance to open things up here, what have you seen tonight that has been very impressive for our TigerVision viewers here?
Well, we've talked about how many skill players, the depth that we have offensively, but defensively, what we've been concerned about is just the size of the D-line. We've lost a lot of seniors, and we've got this young defensive crew that has really stepped up to take the place of those seniors that we've lost last year. But what I've been excited about is the fact that they may be undersized, but they are extremely athletic, and they're winners. This is that freshman team, that JV team that only lost 1 game in 2 years. They know how to play ball. They don't want to lose. And what I'm seeing from them tonight is just that willpower to no matter what the situation is, we're not going to let you into the end zone. You saw that with Day Hill, who made a remarkable tackle coming across the field with no angle to keep that receiver out of the end zone. I'm not so sure last year we would have had that dynamic player that would have been able to catch up to them. But so I think defensively, as we end the half, guys, defensively we're seeing that these young players have come out here to make a mark.
What I've liked tonight is we have a lot of our big names that are not playing, and we've got Wester out tonight. We've got Lee Matthews out tonight.
Kobe Mays.
Those are names that we called on a regular basis, and it's great opportunity for the next man up, and we really haven't missed a beat. Now, those are all exceptional players that we were talking about. We'll have them back next week, but overall a good half. Been impressed.
And gentlemen, that's going to bring us into the halftime show here. But before we do that, I want to talk about our fantastic corporate sponsors here. Tonight you're watching TigerVision presented by Conley Buick GMC on PalmettoTigers.com. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family, proudly serving Manatee County since 1966. Garrett Richard, Workers' Comp and Payroll Solutions for construction, agriculture, and high-risk companies. Clicking Spree, where we put your business on a clicking spree. DeVito's Auto Repair for quality auto repair. Visit Tom and John DeVito, serving satisfied customers since 1978. Keaton's Office Supply, real, fast service, serving the business needs of the community since 1951. New sponsor this year for us, North Manatee Realty, serving Bradenton, Ellington, Palmetto, and Manatee County. And of course, that's going to bring us to our halftime sponsor, Richardson Stinton Roofing, located, owned, and highly experienced. And our Palmetto Tigers now have Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House. Rico's now with a Palmetto location on 8th Avenue. Boyd Insurance and Investment Services, winner of the People's Choice for Best Insurance Agency in Manatee County. Remedy Employer Services, our favorite local PEO, providing payroll services, benefits, and so much more. Superior Asphalt, superior quality, superior service. Yagardi Architecture. The Kiwanis Club of North Manatee, proudly serving Palmetto Parish and Ellington, and Spartan Air Services. Hungry Howie's. We welcome all those who are watching from Hungry Howie's in Palmetto. Now, before we talk about what you've missed here, I'm going to talk about Richardson Stinton Roofing. Richardson Stinton Roofing, our wonderful halftime sponsor here, locally owned, highly experienced. The storm season's here, guys. We're playing the Tornadoes tonight. So when you're looking at that old roof, instead of hoping for the best, you're sitting under that old roof with your fingers crossed. Uncross those bad boys and pick up that phone and call Richardson Stinton Roofing at 941-780-7463. And I tell you, one thing they have here during the halftime show, they had some very live, loud music. I felt like I almost had to sing my way through the corporate sponsors, Rick.
Yeah, I wanted to say a great job, Brian, to get those sponsors out there with Frankie Beverly and Mays in the background. Excellent job. Not many broadcasters could do that.
Thank you, Rick. Well, what you've seen out of this Palmetto Tiger offense, Steve Johnson, our statistician that is taking the stats down from Atlanta, Georgia tonight. Steve, you probably missed as much as the production, but I can tell you that it's been all Palmetto and then a great defensive stand to close this up. And the Palmetto offense is missing some things, but I wanted to talk tonight about, first, Rick, you and I have talked about the receiving group that we have out here. We have Kobe Mays. Kobe's not playing tonight, but he is a killer. We have David Burston, and we out there. We also have Butler. Dravian Butler is out there in the receiving core, and it's just a wealth of talent that we have. And LeJonte Wester, who I did not mention tonight, is not playing tonight. So Jonte Wester, you add him into the fray, and Jonte is a guy that is reminiscent of a Chris Rainey type, Peter Warwick type. He's a guy that can make anybody miss. Along with that, you have a true tall receiver, NFL-looking receiver in Burston. And then you have Kobe Mays, who reminds me a lot of NFL receivers that play in the league for 10 to 14 years, So the receiving unit here and the depth that backs. Rick, I'm going to turn it to you. And I want you to, talk about it. I'm just very excited about this group.
Well, we've talked about this before, but I mean, the fact that these young men have been playing together since Pop Warner football, they've either been playing together or against each other their entire football career, let's say. So they come up here as a unit and they stay together. So when you look at the receiving core, we didn't even mention that we got Logan Pisano filling in tonight.
Oh, incredible!
Right. So you've got guys that are stepping up to fill the spots of these injury players. I mean, when you've got LeJonte out and when you've got Kobe out, that's a major part of the offense that we don't have available tonight. But you're seeing the offensive line still opening up huge holes for the tailbacks. We talked about that young sophomore, Sajal Hickson.
Oh, my goodness.
So he comes out. So we've seen Sajal with big runs tonight. We've seen Bubba, of course. We've seen Johnny.
Corian Brown.
Corian Brown, yes.
So, when we talk about what we have right now, we talk about the depth in those, and those are critical positions. So we know that we have, if a player goes down, next man up. Well, we know that next man up is just as capable of making plays as the injured player before him. So I think we just need to continue to focus on how talented this offensive unit is. Not having Lee Matthews on the O-line tonight, you can't fill that spot. It's very difficult to replace somebody like Lee Matthews. But this O-line's doing a great job of opening up holes here. And really, it's been the running game that has put these 14 points on the board tonight, not the passing game. But the receivers are there. And this is a big D-line, a huge D-line for Booker. And, so I think we just got to continue to play together, get these young players in there, let them make plays. We know that next week we should be a little bit stronger on the O-line and see if Anthony has a little bit more time to throw the ball and get the ball where he wants it.
Yeah, I would have thought they would come out and thrown some more tonight, but they've been so successful running, why not? Why not? Let's just take advantage of these skilled running backs we have. And Hickson is a player. Oh, my goodness. Very impressed.
We can just look at the possibilities when you've got, if you put a Johnny Jones in the backfield, but you want to put LeJonte at slot and you want to move Bubba, as a second receiver. There's so many possibilities here. And I know that the biggest problem that Coach Ty and Coach Marino have is trying to figure out how to get them all involved.
One thing that we've seen some of the up-and-comers here, like Javier Valle tonight, 5'8" and 270 pounds, comes into the game. We've missing some offensive people, and Javier says, tonight when we remember Aretha Franklin, give me and show me a little of that RESPECT, and he comes in, makes a huge block, and Sajal takes one to the house. So that was really a classic play there by Javier Valle.
I'm sorry, Brian. I just want to say this, that's going to help us later on in the year. Having him come in, he's going to have to come in. He's going to have to help out, right? You know he's going to be on that O-line. Yeah. Knowing that we have never had that depth in the O-line that we need. If somebody goes down, we're usually moving people around to try to fill a spot.
And John Bembry, it's good having him back, coming back from the knee injury. He's made his presence known tonight with some big plays.
With everything that happened in the first half, Day Hill, that's the play of the game right now.
Yes, it is.
That's the play of the game. That saved the touchdown.
It would be a one-score game.
That's right.
Kenny, we talked as that play broke in front of us. Day Hill made a Saturday or a Sunday play, outrunning the angle on an extremely fast Booker receiver with a lot of green in front of him to stop the score there. Just an amazing play by Damian Hill, Day Hill. While we're here at halftime here, I wanted to talk about our corporate sponsor here, Richardson Stinton Roofing. Guys, they were, when we asked those young men to sit for 10 seconds for stills and things like that, and it reminds me of the quality. I'm a construction risk and certified guy. The quality of work of Richardson Stinton Roofing and the difference that goes on and that I get to see in the community. And, after Irma last year, I had the guys come out in my old roof at the house. And, I talked to Ed at Stinton Roofing, of course, Robbie Stinton, that I've known for many years. They came out to the house. I come back to the house, and I'm like, where's the ruts in my yard? Where's all the damage? I'm ready to, walk around and pick up nails. But it was like they never been there. I thought, well, I guess they haven't been here. And then I look up at the roof, and it was a beautiful job. And, I get to follow behind and see the difference of crews that come in and don't do the quality jobs on the roof. They live the nails that are sticking up, half nailed. You'll never go up there and see those kind of things. A crew comes into town, with a deal and does a inferior job on your roof. You won't see that until, 3 or 4 years later. You're thinking maybe you made the wrong call. So make the right call and call Richardson Stinton Roofing. Now I'm going to turn it over to Bill Brett here, who's the president of the Palmetto Boosters Club. He's got a lot of exciting news here for Tiger fans. Bill?
Thanks, Brian. I'm glad to be on the air and get a chance to talk to our Tiger fans. I just wanted to say what a great job you guys are doing tonight. How about that first half? That goal line stand was something special there. I hope everybody got a chance to see it on TigerVision. But I just wanted to say that we've got a lot of great things going on with the Booster Club this year. We hope to see all of our fans and supporters out to the games as much as possible. We're going to have some really great things going on, such as the hospitality tent. We're really pushing to increase our booster membership and our reserve seat ticket holders. And there's a lot of exciting things in the future for Palmetto High School and the boosters. So if you get a chance, any of our fans or alums listening, please go on to PalmettoTigers.com and check out our booster membership packages. We have several. Our introductory level is called IPFAM, which stands for I Pay $5 a month. And for $5 a month, anyone who's in our community that wants to support our young people or anyone at Palmetto High School can contribute at the $5 level, and your money makes a difference. And not only that, but you do get some things in exchange for your contributions. Everybody's going to be getting a shirt, a window decal. They're going to get recognition in the game program, and a thank you from all of us who are working so hard to raise money for the program. So when you get a chance, please go to PalmettoTigers.com. And if you're a Palmetto High School graduate, we have just created over the summer an alumni association. So if you are a graduate, please go to the website tigerforlife.org. That's tigerforlife.org. Fill out your profile. There's content, and we're organizing class reunions and different events for our alums, both far and wide. So please get on there and get your information to us so that we can reach out to you. So I just wanted to thank everybody again. We've had a great summer, and we're really getting a lot of interest in our booster program and getting people signed up on a daily basis. So things are looking very bright for Palmetto High School athletics and for TigerVision. So with that, I'm going to turn it over back to the guys. Thanks, guys.
All right, Ken, looking at this delay here at halftime, one thing about Booker here, they certainly have quite the sound system here. And thank you for the guides and the crew of our TigerVision trailer with the noise canceling. So we're able to keep the broadcast going here. But, Ken, I think the excitement that we have has been fantastic. And I really, the questions that I had were on the defensive line. What were we going to see out of the defensive line play and the offensive line? And it really has been very enlightening to see the offensive line step up tonight, even with lost some key components.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Our season's going to be, if we're going to be successful, it is going to be how we handle the trenches. And we are going to be undersized there, but we're going to be, as Rick has said, we're going to be quick and we're going to be skilled, and that's going to make or break us. And we're going to need to stay healthy as best we can. And but tonight, I think they've had a formidable challenge with this Booker team. But they have some size. They look bigger than us, so a good test for a fall classic.
Well, also I would say that having that wing tee style offense in front of you as a defense is something that you haven't practiced for all summer. I mean, that's not a typical look, right? And but I think that I'll go back to Day Hill. I think that play tells you the mindset of this young team. Like, they are not going to quit. They don't quit on a play. They are going to run to the ball. And Coach Cucci, he has pounded that into them all year. But I tell you what, I mean, that's just an awesome play. And there's not many football players in the county that would have made that play.
Well, showing the speed to get down there, Rick, and then another play was a tremendous hit on a wide running play where Day just came up and the Booker back did a complete flip after a tremendous hit. That would be one that you would want on the replays forever. Tonight, away from home, and this is the first game of the season. It's really a kickoff classic game. We're going to start with the regular vision package here next week. Everything will be up to snuff here. We do apologize to the viewers here. But, I give the coaching staff an A+ tonight, because what we've seen is, with all the changes that have gone on, that the coaching staff, with the departures, with some of the key players, but we've seen year after year after year, this coaching staff, what we've seen, they are able to adjust with the incoming talent that is always available at Palmetto. And what we see, you got players, but can you coach them up? And what we're seeing, we've got the players, and they're coming up. And the younger guys, I've been so impressed. These guys have been winners now for 2-3 years. Well, now they're turning into juniors, and this group doesn't know how to lose. And the coaches know how to get the most out of these players. And what an A+ tonight by the coaching staff.
Yeah, I think Rick summed it up about Coach Ty trying to get all that talent on the field at the same time and trying to find the best combinations. So that's their challenge. The players can play.
I'm just thinking about all the possibilities.
That's scary.
That you can run, because you have so much speed offensively that, I mean, you could run really any style of offense you wanted to run, and you could run a different style of offense every play. I mean, you could come out here and totally mess the defense up.
Well, we saw that tonight with the no huddle. We haven't seen a no huddle, and they came out and ran it pretty well.
And with all the aesthetics and the eye candy that's out there with this offense, you can run Texas Tech type, you can run TCU type offenses, and then one series of this game, and this is very telling. There are some points in the season where there's going to be rain or inclement weather. We saw one series, and we had the young sophomore running back, and we just lined up and run heavy and just mashed the ball down the field. So if you can, the cupboard is full for Ty Stoltz and the offensive group. And you got to remember, that's without some key players on the offensive line. You're able to come out and play smash-mouth football against a very big and talented Booker defensive line.
Yeah, and I want to jump up and give us a state championship, because we know that every day, every Friday you got to go heads up here against another team that's trying to compete for a state championship as well. But what we are saying is that we have the talent to do that. You have the talent to go up against any team in this district and win. And as long as they maintain their responsibilities, right? Do your job. We talk about it all the time. Do your job. Don't worry about the guy next to you. I mean, I really think that we can go far, and I'm looking forward to those big games this year. I want to play that Braden River. I want to play that Venice.
I think our kids do too, and we saw some streaks in last year, but we still have some unfinished business.
Yes, we do
in our district,
and I'm looking forward to that opportunity to finish that.
Yes.
We had a big milestone last year against Manatee. That was huge for
Charlotte,
right, in Charlotte. So, I just think that we just got to continue to get better. I know that that's what the coaches will be preaching. The coaches, like coaches do, will go back and they'll say, all right, here's what we did good, but let me tell you everything we did bad, right? And you clean it up, and get ready for Southeast.
Yeah, and what you've seen out of this offensive unit here for Booker, what we've seen is they've come out in a pistol formation. It's kind of a hybrid look, but the single wing, maybe one receiver, single wing, or it's almost the single back that we saw with the Pinellas Park, and we've
Northeast.
seen that. Northeast
Vikings ran it in the spring.
Ran it, and the great success. Port Charlotte runs something very similar, and the little wrinkle with the depth of the quarterback coming out in a pistol look. But now, we're going to watch the kickoff here, and I wanted to mention my great sponsor. One of my favorites, the original sponsor here, DeVito's Auto Repair. Get a kick out of great service located in Ellington. For quality auto repair, visit Tom and John DeVito, serving satisfied customers since 1978. Approaching the ball now is Pinata. He kicks it up.
Good
and
kick.
It's going to be
Best
to
one.
the 8-yard line, fielded there by the receiver looking for the sideline. He's got the edge out there, got a little hold, no call, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
We do have a flag on the other side of the field, Brian. I don't know if they caught that lock in the back or not. If he did, he's got some great eyes.
Alejandro
Mont.
made it. He played a classic kickoff coverage using the sideline and shoring him up and making the tackle.
And Coach Robbie, he's going to keep those two ends, right? He's going to keep them back and have them cover the middle, and they got to eyeball that kickoff returner, because if they go to the outside, they're supposed to go to the outside, right? I mean, that's what they do.
That's what they do, yes.
And Alejandro Mont, I talked to him briefly at Media Day, and what a nice young man. And he played some really good receiver in the first half here, getting a lot of playing time tonight.
Can't stress that enough. What a great kid he is. Just an awesome kid.
Alejandro Mont, and very fast player. Now they take this jet sweep action out of the pistol formation, big back up to the center line. Great play by the defense there. Coming over there was that Reese Lyons coming across there? That was a nice play from the DN crashing.
So we're going to, I tell you, what we're seeing is we're seeing the D-line getting confident in their ability to get off the block, and that's what we look at, because when you're undersized, you got to use that athleticism every play, right, Kenny? You got to get off the block and fill the gap, and you can't get pushed around by these humongous offensive linemen for Booker.
Okay, here's that pistol formation once again. Palmetto lining up in a heavy pressure defense. Big back gets it, and the ball's on the ground. Booker comes up with it, and he's down there. So Now, his knee was down back probably about the 23-yard line, but they didn't miss that. No, the referee Johnny on the spot picked that up, and so he's down at the 25-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
How many forced or caused fumbles has that been tonight?
That's the 3rd forced fumble.
Third, yes.
Of the night. One of them was a great play, a great recovery by Braden Nickel.
That makes up for undersized big time if you can force turnovers like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now he takes it, pistol look, big back there. Look at Derek Marino stepping up and making a play. Derek's had a great night tonight.
A great night, and that's so awesome to see because Derek has worked so hard all summer. I mean, he came from a wideout to a weak safety linebacker position. He hadn't played it since Pop Warner. It's been. I think he played corner, actually, in Pop Warner. I'm trying to think back, East Manatee Bulldogs, but just doing a great job.
What I liked about that was he squared up on the guy and then just grabbed him and then brought him down.
And that's a big back.
He was definitely on the shorter end of the stick there, for sure.
240, 230.
So 50 pounds.
Now here's one that could be exciting. Adravian Butler is back there to receive this one. Low kick. Good release there by the Booker defender. Butler takes out. The ball's on the ground. Palmetto dives on it. Butler probably should have pulled off that one.
He should have, Booker had a guy down there, Johnny on the spot, and probably the better thing to do would have but he just scooped it up trying to make a play, and it almost cost us.
So now...
He's scary back there.
He is so elite.
Because he can take it to the house.
Well, because he's never comfortable with just letting the ball roll.
I love that.
He wants to make a play.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I'll take that every day.
Yes.
So Marino now has this one out of shotgun, one single back in the backfield. Looks like Johnny Jones in the backfield with him. Takes the ball up there. Nice jump cut middle of the field. Goes for about a 1-yard gain on the play. And they may have snuck in Corian Brown on us. He had a lot of playing time here tonight.
No huddle.
That's Johnny Jones.
Back to the no huddle, Brian.
No huddle once again. Palmetto Tigers have been showing this no huddle offense tonight. Fun to watch. Marino back there in the shotgun. He runs, throws the option out there to the wide side of the field, trip there, and goes for about a 2-yard gain. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a mystery tackle. I don't know if anyone even got a hand on. I think he tripped as he's trying to cut.
The yard marker or something because he was heading to the house.
I think the one camera we have here may be Chandler Jessup, our county champion wrestler, Palmetto High School. There, it looks like there's a piece of tape right there on the 40-yard line over there. Might have slipped up on that. Marino's got it at the 40. Looks down the field, looks for the middle. He throws it out there. A big hit there on Johnny Jones. Spins off the tackle, still on his feet, and goes for about a 2-yard gain. So that's going to bring up a 4th and about 4.
Yeah, and that's a good job there by Jeremiah Davis for Booker. Comes in there, reads the play right away. Just didn't wrap up, but he was there to bring Johnny down, but Johnny's a strong, hard-nosed runner. We all know that. You're going to have to do more than put your arms on him.
So multitasking tonight, dropping back is Derek Marino. You saw him come up and make a very fine tackle on the last series. He's back there in the punt formation, and he's going to receive the snap. And now this year I will have to figure out who the long snapper is. Looks like Braden Nickel, but
I'm pretty sure you're correct on that.
He's got the look of a long snapper, I can tell you that.
His long arms. Tall with long arms.
Kenny Burton loves the long snappers that have
they make or break you.
And it is indeed Braden Nickel that's going to be snapping this one. Kendall Reynolds is back there in coverage. Now, when you're playing Booker, one thing about this Sarasota Booker team, they have some dynamic athletes back there, and I believe what we have back there is DeGuan Gordon. I remember him from last year. He's a running back DB. Nice kick. Derek, another kick. And so it's fielded there.
Not a good job by the return guy for Booker. That was he stopped it from maybe rolling a few more yards, but that was a dangerous play.
I think Derek is kind of feeling good about this. The first punt of the game that he kicked him down inside the 1-yard line, and now he's got him back in, coming out from deep in their own field position. So Derek Marino has done everything he does. He's a football team player, flips his position, and comes out and he's having a great game, not only as a punter, but he's had a tremendous game as a defensive back tonight.
So, Kenny, you appreciate this. At the end of practice, every day, the last, I'll say 15, 20 minutes is just for punters. They just punt, right? It's for the
That's a lot of punts,
for the
man.
punters and for the returners. And they punt and they punt and they return. And you can tell Derek just getting better as a punter.
I'm impressed. I mean, nothing surprises me with him.
And then throw the wide play out there. Nice containment over there, and that's going to go for very little. And,
Bradley, they're great contain. That's somebody's down.
So we got a player down shaking up
Bradley?
there.
Cramps, maybe?
No, it's got lost his shoe.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Ellison.
Yeah. That was
Ellison's
textbook contain right there.
Ellison Bradley, wearing number 9, formerly Andre Houston, wore that number 9 and Alonzo was a killer for these Tigers. Now Bradley comes in.
Bradley will be a good replacement. He's going to be a safety corner, but he's a very athletic defensive player.
Oh, now interesting. Derek's going to be Marino is going to be covering a receiver out of this formation. Good job, and they throw over the top, and he comes up with a completion there.
Nope, he came out.
Well, came out, had it momentarily, ball incomplete pass.
They're saying
they're moving the chains over there.
They're saying he made a catch, guys.
I thought it popped out.
I thought he did catch it, gathered it, hit the ground, ball came out, but the referee signaled incomplete pass.
Do we have a replay? Because I need to see it.
If we do have the replay, tonight with everything that's going on, we have our new replay sponsor tonight. And I don't know tonight with the chaos that we had if we're able to actually show replays tonight. But I can tell you that the ball went in and out of the receiver's hand. The sponsor is North Manatee Realty. Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House. Rico's now has a Palmetto location. They're located on 808 8th Avenue West in Palmetto. And let me tell you guys, I've been going to Sarasota to get Rico's pizzas before. Found out that they were here in Palmetto. Today we're setting up things for the trailer today, and I slid by in Palmetto now, conveniently located, Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House, and that pizza was awesome. I think I ate a whole box myself. So, and for fast delivery, and you can call them at 941-304-3226, Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House.
So he ate our pizza.
I am hungry.
He's just made us hungry. I'm hungry.
Sorry about that, Scott. And if you knew how good the pizza was, I actually had a slice in the parking lot here in Sarasota tonight. And so, big hit there.
Who's
Ball's out again.
That's going to be a touchdown.
And that is going to be picked up, and that's a touchdown. And the referees have spotted the ball dead at the 25. Not so sure
How's that
about
happen?
that one.
Trying to say knee down. That was Gabe
Avendano.
Say that again.
Avendano.
Here's another young player.
11th grader,
Yes, another junior.
Another linebacker, 6 foot, 185 pounds. And you know what we're seeing? We're seeing a little bit of leaner linebackers this year. But, man, are they playing downhill, guys.
And they're knocking the ball loose.
And they are jarring the ball loose out there.
They're going to keep getting stronger, though. I mean, they're just juniors. They've been in the weight room all summer, hitting those weights, trying to get big, trying to get strong, and you can see the athleticism.
Booker out of the pistol formation, tries to draw Palmetto offsides, gets the
I
call.
think they did.
And so that's going to be – now it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Tornadoes. Guys, and I know I love to see linebackers playing downhill in the day of read and react. And, I just love to see a guy on the balls of his toes, just bringing it like that. And tonight you have seen Palmetto defensive very aggressive. Booker takes it, hands off middle of the back, and he's going to be tackled there. Good play initially, and number 32 is right there on the play, and that is going to be not listed on my roster here. Oh, no, that was Rump. That had to be Rump. That was 52.
52. Okay.
52 Rump was able to come in there and make a fine tackle. and he's 6 foot, 230 pounds. But you know, the
He's
trade-off,
moving pretty good.
we don't have the tremendous size, but all of them play with low leverage, and they are all fast all the way across the line. I would hate to block these guys. Looks out, throws, ball's incomplete pass, so that's going to bring up another punting situation. Good defense by Cucci's defensive secondary out there. They had that one bracketed.
Yeah,
So-
quarterback has he looks very hurried, and he's overthrowing his receivers, and that pass completion, that might have been his first one, the only one all night.
You know what we call that, Kenny? We call that pressure.
That's just a little bit pressure.
All right, and now they're going to kick this one to Butler. And what we've seen out of this punter, the kicks have been kind of knuckleballs.
Does that little soccer thing where you run to the side and
Yeah, looks like a wide receiver back there punting to Butler back there. If he gets a good punt, that may be a bad thing because Butler is very dangerous. And this one is a
get
low.
away.
There,
Oh,
it's
it hit
on-
a play-
it
hit a-
player.
who did it hit?
Get on
it
it.
hit there? Yeah, I think it hit number
It hit one of their
51
players
in the back.
Yeah.
That could have been dangerous.
I tell you, that ball never got more than 9 feet off the ground. It was a worm burner.
Well, I think offensively, I mean, I know that we are, without some of our key players, but we still have key players. We need to score a touchdown here. We need to get that formula that was working in the first half. Let this O-line open up some holes again, get some of these talented tailbacks, through those holes and get them into the end zone because we need to put at least one more score on the board here.
Get it a little bit in a safer range. They'd be one score out with a broken play.
Marino takes this one. He has 2 in the backfield with him. 2 receivers on each side. Hands the ball off the middle of the field. Driving,
Look at that.
driving. Down for a 9-yard gain. Great run.
Turning them legs, Rick.
You heard me say this last year, but I mean, Bubba, he could run 100 yards under a ping pong table. I mean, he gets so low that I don't even know how you get your hands on him. You got to ride him like a bull just to get him down.
He is incredible. And now we have Big David bursting out here. Alejandro Mont in the slot. 2 receivers out there to the left. He fakes the handoff, hands the ball off there.
That's Sagel.
First down and
Sagel.
more. That's Sagel. Big run.
Good play. Good play design.
Yes.
Nice stuff. Ty Stoltz, that was a beautiful design.
And we're getting here to the end of the third quarter, and these backs are fresh.
Yeah,
They're running hard.
When you can just rotate
Just
them
turn
in and
them,
out.
yeah,
And
by
Sagel,
committee.
Sagel Hickson has been dynamic tonight, as all of the backs have been for the Palmetto Tigers. There's Hickson again, and look at this run. Wow. 9-yard gain.
That tells you all you need to know right there.
That stop cut that he made there is something the kids do on the joystick when they used to play PlayStation.
Madden, yeah.
That was nasty.
Did a complete 360.
Wow. This offense has so much potential. Now it draws them offside. So there you go. Anthony draws
Thank
them
you.
offsides. Marino very heads up. There's another cheap one. First down, Palmetto Tigers. I wanted to talk about North Manatee Realty. My neighbors across the street from my office, they've been serving Bradenton, Ellenton, Palmetto, and Manatee County, and they're owned by John and Barbara Stevens. If you're looking to move to Bradenton, Ellenton, Palmetto, or the surrounding areas, you need to give them the opportunity to find the property you're looking for. Now Palmetto takes this one out of the shotgun, moving things around. Hickson's going up in sort of a H-back position. Marino low snap looks, throws it out there, wheel route
There it
to the
is.
corner,
Oh!
and incomplete.
Almost.
Good play call. Taking a big shot on there.
And that's Sagel again. That's another thing we haven't talked about. Sagel has great hands. I mean, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He could actually be a slot receiver if he wanted
Wow.
to. He can do it all.
And let me finish up about North Manatee Realty. Their objective is to work hard, I love that, to please each and every client they have. Call John, Mike, or Barbara at 941. Now, how about this Palmetto number here? 941-722-4541, or go to the website at www.mynmr.com. Marino's looking things over. Stoppage of play here. So that's going to be an official timeout as they're resetting things. Marino, I just absolutely love this no-huddle offense. You know, the clock management's not going to be a problem. Marino takes it, looks to the out there, throws
Same
down
play.
there, same play.
That's a pass
it,
interference.
and he gets the
There it
flag out of
is.
the
You
pocket.
called it, guys.
There it is. And there's another example of those fast receivers ending up on a strong safety or a linebacker. It's just a mismatch.
There's no way. You cannot cover Bubba out of the backfield. I mean, you've got to put – it would have to be a corner to even have a chance. Not going to put a linebacker on him. Not going to happen. That's what you saw there. He's just trying to save a touchdown.
But you're not going to have a corner playing the slot
Absolutely.
receiver and
Yes.
throw a little wrinkle
You're
out there.
always going to have a mismatch every time. I mean, he's just so explosive that defender knew it was all over. I'm going to do what it takes to I may get a penalty, but he's not scoring a touchdown on me.
So now, Palmetto Tigers have it in the Superior Asphalt Red Zone. Knocking on the doors once again. Marino's taking this one. Ball under center this time. Two backs in the backfield. Hands off to Sajel Hickson and goes for about a 1-yard gain. Now, they may have slipped Corian Brown in the game.
Yeah, I think it was Corian.
So Corian is back in the game. So one thing about this Tiger unit here this year, it's a bunch of small numbers and small numbers players with these small numbers on. They are absolutely making plays.
Well, you know, Sajel, he runs a wheel route, almost makes a great catch. He's tired. Bring Corian in, give him a break, right? I mean, that's the beauty of this offensive unit that we have now.
Now you got Sajel Hickson in the slot position out there. Nice. They draw him off sides, or maybe perhaps Palmetto here might have false started. It was a false start on the Palmetto offense, so that's going to bring up a second and about, let's call it 15. You know, you talking about fast and serviceable receivers reminds me of my friends at Keaton's Office Supply. Keaton's Office Supply, real, fast serving the business needs of the community since 1951. They've almost been around as long as Palmetto High School. So now Marino takes this when he has three receivers out there to the right, looks at that, and he throws the out there
he's
to
wide
Burston
open.
wide open, and he overthrows him
my.
slightly. Looks like Burston pulled up on his route there a little bit.
Man.
Marino took a shot there as he let it go. So close.
But wide open coming out of that.
Nobody within 15 yards of him.
Really, that one opened up. Marino had extreme pressure in his face. And I think David may have pulled up on his route just a little bit, thinking the ball was going to come up, and just off his fingertips. And that's hard to do.
Yeah, Marino did. He took a heck of a hit there at the end. He stood right there and took it.
He's back at it.
All right, Tigers knocking on the door here in the Superior Asphalt Red Zone. Marino scans the field. No hurry. Looks, middle. Throws it out there. Oh, got locked up, and Hickson got caught up in traffic, and that play was well blocked out there and would have gone for a touchdown. But that's going to be interesting. It's going to bring up a field goal kick here. And with a kick, remember to get a kick out of good service with DeVito's Auto Repair. Get a kick out of that great service. They're located in Ellington for quality auto repair. Visit Tom and John DeVito, serving satisfied customers since 1978. I do have an appointment Monday for my own truck, so I'll see you guys Monday.
It's like about a 31-yarder.
31-yard field goal for Billy Pinata. Good spot, good snap. Wow. And it looks like he may have yanked this one a little bit, but you know what?
Little to the right.
Little to the right, plenty of leg strength. He just had that power draw there and pushed it outside the upright. So still a ball game here, minute and 17 seconds remaining. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 14-0.
Yeah, I do want to say that, still, during the springtime, he couldn't have even kicked that far. He's worked so hard with Coach Robbie. A little wide right there, but a lot of leg straight. The ball came off good. We know that he's got he's got the possibility of really becoming a great kicker for the Tigers.
He could have been a little nervous there trying to field goal, and that's all. That's the difference right there.
He is nervous.
Takes this out of the shotgun, hands off the big back, middle of the field. Good play, ball on the ground again. But Tigers with five forced fumbles in this game. Big hit there. That was Bembry coming across their helmet right on the football. So Palmetto Tigers are just outside of the Superior Asphalt Red Zone. 5 turnovers tonight.
They have been very opportunistic tonight.
I cannot remember seeing a game, other than a rain game where I've seen 5, and these are forced turnovers. These are not a guy running with the ball loose. These are all forced turnovers by this Palmetto Tiger defense. So now we have a stoppage in play, and Palmetto Tigers knocking at the door here. Burston's out here, and he has with him out here on the right, Alejandro Mont is on the right out there. Oh, interesting. 3 receivers out here on this side, and you have Butler out there with him. Oh, so many things that you can do out of this formation. We've seen that Mont's a good blocker, Burston's a good blocker, and you've got Adravian Butler out here, and you've got 2 covering 3. So, oh my goodness, the matchup out here looks amazing for this Palmetto Tiger offense. You may see them line up and just run the ball, but what I'm seeing over here with this receiver bunching over here just looks dynamic. And then we have Logan Pisano's out there wide to the left.
Well, the head coach for Booker is not happy about something. He's talking to the referee. He's not really sure what his argument is, but
I really thought that he, because the Palmetto is playing with such an up-tempo game, Rick, like we saw in the college game, a lot of the coaches, like Nick Saban, wanted to slow things down. They're getting up there just as the referee spotting the ball, and they're ready to go. And what the Booker coach was saying, that his defense did not have enough time to be prepared during the exchange. That's a good thing. There's a lot of pressure being put on the defense tonight by this hurry-up offense.
We just haven't seen the points, Rick. And like you had said earlier, we need one more score just to be a little safe here.
It'd be nice to put one more in the end zone just for the offense to get some more confidence about their. There we go.
Butler fakes a jet sweep. Look at Marino going for it. He's at the goal line and in for the touchdown.
Well, he just shut me up. My goodness.
How about
he took it on his own. It took his own there, and nice set of wheels.
Okay, so I have to say, Ty Stoltz, I'm sitting here looking what's going to go on the outside, one of the outside edges. As a guy I've watched so much football, I'm saying, okay, something's going wide here. We'll either go a tunnel screen over that side to Pisano, or we're going to run a combination route. Anthony Marino takes a quarterback.
He's calling his own play there.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many times did we see that same play with Carpenter and Venice?
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
a lot.
I mean, to have that tool as well.
Scary.
Pinata gets this one.
I think he yanked it
again. So that one's going to be wide. So with a minute remaining here in the third quarter, your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 20-0.
I'm not concerned about him missing these kicks.
Well, Coach Robbie said before the game that he was very nervous, Kenny, and this is the first time that he's ever truly played in a high school football game. Practicing and going against your own team during the scrimmages is not very nerve-wracking, when you're out here and your team is dependent on you to make a kick. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on this young kid who before this year was playing soccer. And so once again, he's come a long way, and he's really made so much progress. I hope he just stays focused on the progress that he's made, right?
Well, these are things that can be easily fixed. He's hitting the ball really good. He was hitting it in warm-ups, and it's just a matter of pointing his foot in the right direction. Just a hair to the left a little bit, and it will solve that.
Well, you know this as well as I do. I mean, the game will speed you up.
Yes,
Right.
And he's just got to adjust to the game speed.
Right.
That's all we're seeing here tonight.
All right, and I've got some third quarter statistics coming in from our corporate headquarters in Atlanta. Now the return game here goes to the edge, and he is tackled there at the 30. And that was a kick, and I wanted to, again, remind you, get a kick out of that great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto.
So Alejandro Mont over there again covering on that kickoff, keeping that contained.
Alejandro is extremely fast, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been with this team, the last 2 years. I'm glad that he's had an opportunity. This is the most playing time that he's ever received, and he's such a talent. And I know that because he played Pop Warner with my son, and he was a year ahead of Tyler. But great kid, great athlete, and I'm hoping that he'll just shine this year, given that opportunity that he.
Speaking of Tyler, there's a number 15 out there.
Yeah, Tyler's been out there trying to make a mark.
Now out of the pistol, fakes the look, very nice fake, and he's got the corner, great tackle there coming up to make the play. And that is a big safety. Devion Cummings, 5'7", 160. He looks bigger than that.
Devion is going to hit you as well. I mean, he's a hitter, and he's playing corner and safety, but he can play receiver. I mean,
Wow.
once again, if they have to suit him up next week because they need a receiver, there you are.
Well, Tom Porter has checked in, says, boy, the defense looks great, and I'll talk about Tom Porter in a moment here, but now he's going to take the ball out of that. Fakes it.
Nice
look
fake.
at that play right there by Rumpf. Staying home on the quarterback keeper on the fake pitch. A+, you got the pitch. You got your assignment.
Play your
football.
assignment. He did. He played it perfectly.
Man, this
That's a great football name.
Rumpf. Oh,
Rumpf.
William Rumpf. That
He done roughed him up, didn't he?
he sure did. So we're going to get some halftime or third quarter statistics here from our corporate headquarters in Atlanta here. Ken's going to help me out and read those in a moment.
Yeah.
But we have Booker now has the ball coming off the 26-yard line. Looks for the middle screen, set up well. Bembry's taken out of the play. Good play, first down and more. Great makeup speed there by Reese Lyons to keep that from being a huge gain.
So once again, we know how athletic Booker is. When I look at Booker, though, I mean, I look at the size of their team, and their entire team makes up our offense. I mean, they don't have a lot of players, and they're playing both ways. It's 95 degrees out here, but they can play. They just have a hard time, staying fresh.
One thing that I was wondering about, with the big offensive line, now these guys are playing both ways, but how is the Palmetto defense with these quick defensive tackles going to do against a big offensive line? Well, tonight they are seeing a big offensive line. There's 280-pounders out there across the line of scrimmage, and it just doesn't matter. That Palmetto defensive unit doesn't matter about that big size line, and an athletic line also here at Booker. But Palmetto defense is really looking great tonight.
They really are.
Yeah, Coach Atkins is in his third year. He's trying to turn this program around. They made the playoffs last year. If this was a legitimate game, we would get the bonus points with the way the playoffs work. Now, granted, they lost 59-0 in their playoff game, but they did go to the dance last year with a 4-6 record. So he's trying to turn them around. And you guys remember a dozen years ago, this was the game for us.
Yeah.
They were our Venice game. They were our Braden River.
Is that when they had the Sam Mills?
Sam
Mills was the linebacker. He was a monster NFL player.
Sam Shields, the wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver came out of his stance there.
And you played basketball. His dad was a standout basketball player here. Played in college.
He went to Green Bay, didn't he? Didn't Sam Shields go to Green Bay?
Sam Shields played for the Packers. Yes. Yeah, back in the day, this was the big rival, and with the new school going in, they might be back in our district one day.
It's a small, and I was, thinking about Alvoyd Mays earlier, and Alvoyd and I was looking through an old annual, and there, Alvoyd Mays and I, father of Kobe, were on a basketball team together at Palmetto High School. So
Oh my! He played in the league.
made
He
big
played for Redskins.
made
yeah.
big plays, a safety corner blitz and had a forced fumble in the Super Bowl where Doug Williams was the quarterback.
Played at West Virginia. Yeah, had a great career.
He's got the ring.
Yes, he does.
So now Booker, 11 minutes and 31 seconds. This game is not out of hand yet. It's a 20-0 lead by the Tigers. So Booker still, we're not out of the woodshed yet on this one. Booker takes this one out of the pistol formation, and they have two receivers wide on each side. And they just throw a little flare out there to the back. Big hit. Good job by Waiters coming up on a big player, and really not much gain on the play. Now, it wasn't Waiters.
One of our guy that made the plays down
is Hayden.
Braden. Is it
Braden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braden Nickel.
He made a great play, but took a shot to the head.
Braden has shown tonight he doesn't care. He just plays downhill football, but took a huge shot from a very big back there. Looks like that's going to be a shoulder problem.
Shoulder or ribs.
I think I had it.
He stood up. I mean, he made the play, but it was the kid was coming at him full speed.
That's so sad to see. I mean, he's had a great game.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with him.
I think when I was about his age, I had a dislocated shoulder, which was tough. But that was the kind of play that a shoulder looks. We don't like to guess here. Shoulder, collarbone type. But Hayden is down on the field right now. Our prayers are with him. 10 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. Let's see. Did we get to the third quarter statistics?
Can you make them show up again there as your fancy phone?
Yeah, let's get those
DJ's
statistics
looking,
up. DJ Varnador is calling me
Varnador
during the game. Thank you, DJ. I'm trying to pull up some stats here from the office there. In Atlanta, here they are, third quarter stats. DJ, quit calling me. I'm pulling some
live.
stats.
Just quickly, Booker had 6 rushes for 3 yards, just 1 for 2 passing for 17, so 20 yards in the third quarter. Palmetto tripling their number, 7 rushes for 58 yards on the ground, and just 1 of 5 passing for 2 yards with all those weapons. 60 total yards to 20 for Booker in the third quarter.
Okay, and Johnson, I remember Steve Johnson and I were playing long after our playing years. We were playing an alumni flag football game, and he's also texted in there collarbone. Looked like a similar play. Let's hope that it looks like Braden's doing pretty well, though.
I'm hoping it was a stinger or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't serious, but once again, Brian, we're not going to speculate.
Yeah, we're not going to speculate.
He doesn't look like he's in that severe pain that he was in, a few minutes ago.
So that's good news for the Tigers, and a great game tonight by Nickel. He has been everywhere playing downhill tonight. Very impressed with his play. Booker now takes this one. Third down and about 25 to go here. Out of that pistol formation. Only one single receiver. Now in a single wing look. Looked, and look at the pressure, steps up, and then tackled with very little gain on the play. Great play by the Palmetto defense. Great coverage out there. Nowhere to go.
Even with the over pursue, Rick, they still were able to readjust. And, he got a few yards, but nothing substantial.
Once again, we just go back to that speed and that athleticism that this defense has for the Tigers. Maybe not the biggest defense that we've had in years past, but, very athletic and very eager to hit someone and make a play.
It may be like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the heyday with their undersized.
Absolutely.
Having those athletes.
Well, you've got somebody like Derek Brooks at linebacker. That helps.
Yes.
That helps. Now, high snap.
Here we go.
And that's down to the 10. And he just falls on it there at the 6-yard line. So Palmetto Tigers will have this one in the Superior Asphalt red zone here. Superior quality, superior service, superior asphalt. Superior has built a rock-solid reputation in Manatee, Sarasota County areas for over a decade. Superior asphalt.
That shows you there perhaps 2 things, either lack of practice or these kids are just getting tired from having to play both ways.
Yeah,
snapping it over his head.
They're definitely tired, and we've talked about this the last couple of years with some of those smaller teams that we have played that will look so good in the first half, and then the second half, I mean, they're spent.
Just wear them down.
You know, and when you're going against some of these athletic defensive linemen that we have, I mean, you're just getting pounded every single play. I mean, after a while, you just want to throw your hands up.
And trying to tackle Butler in the fourth, any one of our guys in the fourth quarter, they're fresh.
Well, I mean,
forget it. It's not going to happen.
You're going to take a hit.
Oh, look at this play. It's going to be a Dravian Butler racing for the edge. And he's going to be
he's a little short.
About half yard short of the touchdown.
I'll tell you one thing. We got away with a hold that was so bad I could see the jersey from here being pulled.
And you can't get any further on this football field from here to there than our vantage point.
Hey,
Rick could see it.
Our guy didn't just pull it. He almost put it on himself. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, when you end up with a Booker jersey on your back.
Going to play for him.
There's a good chance.
Serious for him because you got the jersey on.
Corey, quarterback sneak
he
takes
snapped
the easy
it
way
to himself.
Yeah, if you don't, good heads up play by Marino. Run called.
Yeah, he was going to hand that off. Came out of his hands. He was able to regain control.
It looked like it went up in the air a little bit. And
so two touchdowns by our quarterback.
You know, he hasn't thrown for a lot of yards tonight. He's been quiet. He's got all these weapons, but 26-0, no. Whatever it takes.
Well, I think that just adds to the to the offensive makeup that we can do. We can throw that ball, but if we have to run it all night, we will.
Now, this could be interesting. Nickel is usually the long snapper here, Phil, and the extra point specialist. So that one goes back to Marino. Good snap. Pinata's got this one. Beautiful kick, drives it through. So now your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 27-0. Let me say one thing. This is pretty classic here. DJ Varnador sent me a text. My cousin or my nephew Nathan Varnador, his team won 15-14 up at Inverness High School, which is classic
Citric County.
All the Varnadors, we all resided at 1514 4th Street.
That's right.
For about 40 years. So that's a classic score. So congratulations to nephew Nathan Varnador up there with Inverness.
Yeah, they had a real rough week. So I think they lost a player that was killed, and I was reading about it on social media. So
wow.
Prayers for them and Nathan handling it like he should, and it's good that good win for them tonight.
Good for Nate. Now Palmetto Tigers going to kick this one. Lots of kicks in this game as the game progresses here. Brings me back to DeVito's Auto. Get a kick out of great service, and I'll see you there Monday, guys, for the service. And I can tell you, they've put tires on my wife's cars and my cars, and it feels like I've got a brand new cars. And let me tell you, I've got some old vehicles, and they have done just a great job of keeping my cars going down the road. Now,
isn't that a great feeling?
It's awesome, and they treat me better than I deserve. Now he's going to take this one at the 10, and he's middle of the field. Looks like he's got a lane there, and there he goes, and he's able to go all the way to the 45. And, right there, tackle saving Tyler Wells there for a touchdown saving tackle on the back of that play, Rick.
Yeah, I'm very proud of Tyler. He's worked so hard this summer as well, like all these players have. It's been a great group, and kudos once again to Coach Robbie Stevenson for helping Tyler get acclimated to that whole special teams thing. That's not something that you just show up and do, Kenny.
Yeah, and we have fielded more kicks tonight than we probably did all season.
Absolutely.
Because they have returned everyone, and punts as well. Well, we've done well with our punt coverage.
Well, big fullback gets the ball middle of the field. Nice cut there, and he's got the edge, and he's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5.
Oh, he stepped out.
And
did
you know what?
Out?
He stepped out of bounds.
He looked like he did, but the guy called him in.
I tell you what, he stepped out of bounds at the 2.5-yard line there while he was celebrating there. So, kids, get across that goal line before you start celebrating. But that goes for the score. Now Booker has scored their first touchdown of the game here with 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
And we're going to get all the sound effects here.
Well, every time that those go off, I want to get under the table. I think we've got something bad about to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like the tsunami is coming, the tornado is coming, the hurricanes are coming. We've got the warning sirens going here in Sarasota, Florida.
Well, I can tell you, I'll know when a tornado's coming because I have John Marble's mobile phone, and he will text any weather alert that is going on way before it'll happen.
We'll put DJ out there ahead of John. He's pretty good
really?
at that.
DJ's
yes,
good too?
DJ Varnator is dialed in, but they go in and score the 2-point conversion here. You know, they don't have a kicker
So you go for
on
two.
the roster. So they go for 2 here. So that brings the score to 27-8. Palmetto Tigers here. 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Still a lot of time remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Not really sure what happened on that touchdown run. I know that they have the Tigers have kind of moved some players around and brought some of they got some of the younger JV players as well, and they're just trying to mix it up a little bit and give those guys some playing time as well, which we're happy about. They need to do that, and so they probably got around one of those younger players over there on the end. But that's going to happen. These guys are learning. This is their first time against a varsity squad, except for practice time with us. But I've seen a lot of great JV players that are going to be up here, and maybe by the end of this year, and they're going to be contributing to this Tiger football team. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, and the way that things have worked here tonight, there's no running clock. And as a former coach, when you have depth and a bench, I coached basketball, but I hated the running clock. Hated it because everybody puts in the same amount of work. And then when you get into that kind of situation, you got guys that have been fighting and scrapping and working just as hard as everybody else because of a running clock. Hey, I paid for my tickets. I'm in the stadium. I want to see a full football game. I don't want to go see a running clock. So, in high school football, we haven't had a running clock tonight. We're getting close to it, but Booker has scored here. So we're going to see, some of the 2s and 3s out here. I remember in the Kickoff Classic last year, the biggest hit probably of the year was from Kendall Reynolds.
That's right.
At the end of the game,
A young player came up last play of the game with just a monster shot. And so that's important to let the guys play. Look at Mont back there receiving this one.
Here we go.
That's Sagel.
Sagel.
Look at this.
Hickson. Look at this run. And he's all the way to the 45. Sagel Hickson back there in returning punt.
I love how he runs. He runs hard. He's trying to score.
This the JV team, that defense goes up against our number 1 offense every day. I mean, that's what they're up against. So, they're just getting better and better. They get all that experience of going up against the Kobe Mazes and the Bubba Butlers and all these athletes that we have. So they're getting prepared for this level.
So Thursday or Friday night for them's a break then.
It is. It really is.
They don't have to cover those guys.
All of a sudden, this team on the other side of the field looks slow to them.
Yes. Tigers take this one. 2 receivers out there to the right, 2 to the left. Marino in the shotgun. Butler in motion. Now he stops in the back position. I love this. Now here comes Butler. He's face mask. Shakes the tackle anyway. Doesn't go down and goes for about a 2-yard gain on the play.
That's what we called back in the old days a clothesline.
I was thinking the same thing, Rick. He got clotheslined.
Yeah, it's hard to say that if you've watched the movie. So the whole thing, it's you want to. I pull off of that one. Stay away from that one. I think the longest yard. I guess that was
exactly what.
I'm gonna pull off of that one. Now Marino's got this one, and he's gonna take it under center, talking things over. Plenty of time on the clock. Hands the ball off there, running to the middle of the field. And that's Corian Brown.
What a run!
Driving.
Look at that.
Great running.
The way they're churning their legs, all of them, that just shows you they have hit those weights hard, and they've learned, they know how to pump those legs and just carry. They're carrying these. They're exhausted.
I just think that anybody we're plugging in there from the city of Palmetto can run the ball, right?
That's right.
That's 4 or 5 deep in the.
And all I can say is about time. that we've got these players staying at home playing with the Tigers, right?
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, the mantra this year is one town, one team, and that's what we are here. Palmetto
There
High
it is.
bursting down the sideline, high points at catches.
There it
great
is.
catch.
Oh,
There
what
it
a
is.
catch.
Give it to him.
That's what David can do right there. David can go up, he can get the ball, and he just stole that. He just stole
took it
that.
out of the air.
Okay, so that is about a 40-yard back shoulder fade. Hard throw to make, but you're not going to defend that with Burston.
There's
Looks
no
like
way.
he's on a straight go route and goes back shoulder fade. I mean, that's good stuff. Now driving hard for the end zone. He's going to be stopped about inches short there, and that's Corian Brown.
And he's down, and they're
on him.
and they're on him, and he's still trying to get in the end zone.
So Corian Brown now, Tigers once again knocking in that superior asphalt red zone, superior quality, superior service, superior asphalt. Superior has built a rock-solid reputation in Manatee, Sarasota County. And now it's Corian Brown over for the score.
There he goes. He
Great
got his
blocking.
touchdown.
Now, the offensive line, we haven't talked much about them tonight. You know, some of the standards out there, and that happens when the offensive line is doing their job. Ethan Ingram, just a fine job tonight, and the whole group.
Yeah, let's talk about, got Luke Gullett out there.
Oh,
He's a
Gullett.
senior. He's out there.
Yeah.
He's been pounding all night. You got, Samuel Pasco, who's really just transplant. They moved him over from the D-line to the O-line during the spring. I mean, they're doing a great job tonight. Without them.
Without Lee Matthews.
That's right.
So now Palmetto has a 33-8 lead, 7 minutes and 36, and the kick is up, and it's good. Reminding me to get in touch with my good friends on Monday at DeVito's Auto and Repair.
Whoever's got those sponsors for it's doing the red zone and the kicks is we could be calling their names out.
Well, let me tell you, when we set this up, they were my original sponsor.
Yes.
When we busted the generator off the back of the trailer, they bailed me out of a game during all those storms, and those guys have treated me so well. And then they've taken care of my personal car stuff, and my vehicles are running straight down the road. And one of my favorite sponsors. And when we were living on the shoestring budget early on in the process of getting this thing off the ground. Really, they saved my bacon. So DeVito's Auto, I thought, man, offense is good this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of going out there and collecting some for TigerVision, now TigerVision sponsored by Conley Buick GMC, but I'm out there collecting all of the monies, and they really, early on in the process, they were critical to the success, and I'm forever grateful.
It was really a half of a shoestring that we were working on back in the day. Then the DeVitos, they were great people.
They've been with us. They've been great.
They're a great family, and we really appreciate all of our sponsors. But, thank you for sticking with us and allowing us to try to get bigger and better to bring these games to you.
And Palmetto High alumni.
Yeah, and there's the kick. Now, look at that. It must have had a penalty before that.
We did, and moved it up to about the 50, I think.
But a nice kick through the end zone, and it looks like Palmetto was offside, so we're going to get a chance to kick this one again.
Well, he kicked it off past the end line, so
Yep.
I think he can probably do this again.
And I'd be remiss, since Derek Marino's had such a good game tonight. He's made tackles, and he's done his thing, punting the ball. I can remember last year when we had some kicking issues, he had one kick that he was selected to kick off, and it was after penalty yardage, so he got to scoot up. So Derek Marino also, percentage-wise, in Manatee County, I believe he was 1 for 1 for touchbacks. Now, I think he kicked it from like the 35.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's never kicked one off that didn't go into the end zone. Now Pineda is going to take this one and kick again, kicking the ball from the 50 this time. That's a long wait still for me to look at that. And kicks up. It's a high kick. It's about 5 yards deep in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback.
That's good. He's get that feel.
He's got a good leg. As an old goalie in college, I played a little soccer goalie, and these soccer guys, they bend the ball and they hit, the curve balls and all of that crazy kicks, and they drive everything below 8 feet, and they do that their lives. And then we have a need at Palmetto High School, and they say, wow, this kid has a great leg. And we ask these guys to forget everything that you've done and kick the ball at this exact level. You know, it's never moving, and you're not kicking with both legs, and it's so different than what they've learned in soccer. But, you know,
and they want it high.
Yeah, and you got to get it up.
They want hang time. And like,
you never
really?
do that.
You don't know what they don't know what that is.
You never do that in soccer.
No.
So, but Robbie's able to, you know, special teams coach. Robbie was an outstanding soccer player too as a kid. He's able to make that conversion with these players. So, great job by Robbie Stevenson.
So, as we have a penalty on the offensive Booker for, I think they were offsides. I'm not, or hey, well, here we go. Carry on, Brian.
All right, they're taking this one out of the pistol formation. And they're looking, throwing it.
Oh, there
good
it is.
Position, and that was a great ball play out there, squatting on that just exactly where we were supposed to be. And it was that Day, or let's see.
No, that's going to be golf. That's going to be
Mike
Golf.
Golf.
Mike Golf.
And that's how you know, Pat Cucci's going to be proud of him on that one.
Well, we don't have a defense. Well, we had a defensive score they took away, and we don't have an interception tonight. So that's all we're missing.
We've been close.
We have been very close. Yes.
And I will apologize to the Booker fans tonight. Looking out there with the numbers, you know, we're not calling players' names because we absolutely cannot see that with the yellow uniform, the yellow numbers on there. Very hard to pick up the numbers out there, and I apologize for not, you know, giving the players the credit tonight. The ball in the middle of the field, nice tackle there. Again, great defense by that Palmetto Tiger unit.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Cucci wants to see, gang tackling, everyone running to the ball, not just one player out there by himself on an island. You got to get to the ball, and they practice that every day as well. They just run. He just makes them run to the ball, and just good to see them reacting to the coaching and everything they've been taught.
It becomes second nature after you do it. You hate it at first, and but it saved us a score here earlier.
And you'll watch. We got Day Hill back in. Tyler's out, but Day Hill, he's over there on that far corner. He's running to the ball on the other side of the field because he knows if he breaks free, he's got to make a tackle like he did in the first half.
It's in the back in motion there. Looking out there, throwing the ball down on the wheel route, and he's got him. Good catch over there behind the Palmetto defense. So that goes all the way to the 40-yard line. Excellent play call there.
Now, I can't even blame Day on that. I know that was his guy, but he thought he was going to throw a little short pass.
That's probably what he was going to do.
And he broke, right? So he broke to try to break that up, make an interception. But, you know, Day has had an outstanding game, man, and we have seen him make just some incredible plays, series after series, and he'll make up for that. I guarantee you. You'll see some legs flying up here in a minute.
6 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this one. Quarterback takes a handoff to the back, looking for the edge, cuts up the middle field. Big hit there.
Oh man, that's
driving forward. Golf with a big hit.
That's a hard hit though. But look at Golf. He just gets right in there. He just took a helmet-to-helmet shot, and that would have laid me out for a good 6 months.
I'm hurting just watching it, Rick.
That didn't look good. I mean, you got two players going full speed, and they hit head-to-head, and I'm glad they're taking him out because they need to evaluate him.
About 2.5 feet off the ground. You know, you could feel it up here in the press box. Huge hit. Brings up a 2nd and 2.
So they got Ellison Bradley coming back in to take Golf's spot.
Out of the pistol. Takes a handoff, now looks down the middle of the field. Good coverage out there, picked off, and he's got it at the 30, and he's cut in the middle of the field, looking for a block, and he's at the 40. He's at the 45, changes direction up to the 50. Good return there, and that's Crawford on the play.
Crawford, 11th grader.
So there's that pick you were looking for.
Yep, all he needs is well, he almost scored, too. He was trying.
The number 24, which is Crawford, and that's going to be Raquan Crawford. And I had a little flashback there, number 24, Wilmore Fowler. Going up there and catching the ball. You know, that was back when one of those state championship
run. He was the Ronnie Dean's favorite target, and why not? I'd throw it to him every time, too.
So Crawford there makes a fine interception, brings that one back to the 50. And that one brings me back to my good friends over at Remedy Employer Services, our favorite local PEO, providing payroll services, benefits, and so much more. Another good number here, 941-722-333 or 3344. 722-3344. I love those old school Palmetto extensions there, guys. I think, Kenny, you and I both.
You would know if they've been around a long time in Palmetto if their number starts with 722.
That's right. Because the phone companies have messed everything up, with the phone numbers.
Oh yeah.
Now we just got whatever crazy number in there.
Yeah.
You can't tell. You always knew that was Palmetto. This was Parrish, right?
776.
776. Hey, I want to say this while we got a little break. That these Tigers they had about a 2-week break after the spring game. They have been in the weight room and they have been conditioning ever since. Yeah, maybe a vacation here and there, but I can tell you they have been working for this moment. That's all season, all off season, and that's a lot of that's a commitment that some kids can't make.
It's been 91 days since they last played, so you're talking 10 solid weeks. That's amazing. That's a lot of 7-on-7. That's a lot of weight to push.
Gullett and Ingram have got out of their stance, looking over to the sideline, and we do have a Palmetto timeout here with 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining on the clock. And I'll tell you tonight, it looks like Palmetto Tigers are going to win this thing, which brings me to Boyd Insurance and Investment Services, winner of the People's Choice Best Insurance Agency in Manatee County Award for the 8th year in a row, providing the coverage you need and a name you can trust. Serving Manatee County since 1974, Boyd Insurance and Financial Services. Guys, I'm really excited as a Palmetto Tiger fan. We're going to have Marino take this one with 2 receivers out in the set. I'm really excited about the one town, one team concept that we have going here. Hands the ball off. Good play there initially and then brought down. That's number 20, which is going to be Saquani Hughes, 5'9", 170-pound running back in the game. But, the concept, the feeling, that buzz that we're getting, the excitement in the town here, the programs that we have, like the I Pay $5 a month program where the community is contributing for Palmetto Tiger Boosters, the Palmetto High School Athletics Boosters Club. You can just write the checks out to Palmetto Boosters to make it easier. But I can tell you the excitement's in the air, and it's kind of like when we were kids, Kenny, downtown Palmetto. I'm seeing the feeling, the buzz. And it's just an exciting year to be a Palmetto Tiger. Marino takes this one, 2 receivers on each side. Looks, get rid of it, Anthony. Throws a long ball off his back foot, come back to the ball, and that's going to be a good play by the receiver to come back and turn into a DB there, break up the play. So with 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining, that'll bring up a third and about 14 yards.
What I'm excited about with the Booster Club is this hospitality tent that they're going to have out there, and Hickory Hollow being serving, and it doesn't get any better than that.
And up in the box, we're being catered by our Rico's Pizza.
Rico,
is taking care of us at the games.
Can't wait to get home next week.
Home's going to be
fantastic.
Sweet. Southeast coming into town,
and it's a blackout night. Wear your black gear. And while we're talking about that, Kenny, tonight we will be wearing your black T-shirts at the game, your Palmetto Tiger gear on the schedule on your PalmettoTigers.com page. It'll show you it'll have the schedule there, what to wear for the game. And this year, there's even the reserve tickets that you were talking about, Section F. There's a varsity club package. You can actually go online, just like the colleges, pick your seat, where you want to sit, and you're going to be served during the game by our volunteer force. Don't even have to get up out of your seat with a varsity club package. There's packages there that are catered with tent-side service.
I don't have to go stand in line at the concession. They'll go get it for me.
No.
That's amazing.
And the concession, we're making some changes.
Palmetto High game, really.
Palmetto High. We're trying to morph this into very similar to the college experience, and we're doing that here with the excitement that we have in the community. So it's just going to be a great year here, 2018, a great year to be a Palmetto Tiger.
But Kenny, if your wife still wants to make cookies, that's okay as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She was wanting to whip some up today. She didn't have some time. But you got a favorite you like?
Anything that's in the shape of a cookie.
Okay. she's listening in. So
yeah, I want to
get some cookies going.
those are fabulous. I remember by the time I make it home after breaking down the production trailer, I have got the shake so bad because I've eaten so many cookies. But Shelly's a fantastic cook for sure. Now, Marino's going to try to keep the punting string going here, and that's going to be Derek Marino back there. He's got the very dangerous Davian back there, number 3. And now we have a stoppage of play
punt.
here. A good punt.
Not really sure what happened. Do you know what happened?
Not so sure. All right, when he's this close, can we pick up a number there? Can you grab a number? Here it is.
It depends on
player.
what angle they when they move around. Like I can see number 7.
We're
number
looking
3
directly at
It depends on what angle they are with the light. Then you can see the jersey number. But
gentlemen, that was the break I was looking for, and that is going to be number 3. Taquan Gordon is back there. He's a running back defensive end. I got so excited there, I pulled Kenny's earbud out of his ear. But, now we're going to be able to.
But what happened? Do we have any idea what happened? Because they're getting the ball here at the Palmetto 35.
Okay.
We were supposed to punt.
The only thing I can imagine here is that the markers were spotted incorrectly, 3rd down. I have no idea. So steps up for a gain of about 1 yard on the play, but that looked like a 4th down punting situation. Flags were thrown after the punt, and then the ball was spotted back at the line of scrimmage. So the markers must have been wrong over there. I think that happened out in Colorado or Missouri years ago in one of those games, 5 downs. I think there was a controversy out there. But luckily
probably
tonight.
on YouTube.
Yeah, probably so.
You can probably YouTube that one.
So 34-8, your Palmetto Tigers lead this one. Very good field position here. Kind of a weird situation. Now quarterback takes this one, looks down the sideline, and he throws it out there. No receiver in the area. So now that brings up a 2nd down situation, or 3rd down situation. What's going on with the marker there? I thought that was their first play. I see 3rd down on the marker.
It should be 2nd down unless they count our punt. I'm just playing. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Did I just time warp out of here for a play? Okay, that says
you were calling the game, and you time warped out.
3rd down on the marker. I swear that was the first
3.
play.
I can see that 3 better than I can read the number 3 on the marker player.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we have a light rain falling down. And let me tell you, tonight at kickoff here, speaking of weather, it was about 96 degrees with an index of about 105, and the sun right in our faces here at Booker Field.
That's what it was
intense.
outside. In here it was worse.
Yeah. Maybe I suffered a heat stroke or something, and I'm forgetting down and distant. I don't know. That's now, it's being flipped to a 4th down on their 3rd play of this possession. So 4th down here, Booker's got the ball. Rick, explain this one to me, please.
Common Core math. That's all I can give you on this. It's got to be Common Core math.
Okay.
The center doesn't know. He had to turn around and what down is it?
Palmetto brings in heavy package. Looks like he tries to throw a stiff arm. Nice stiff arm. Got away from one tackler, but then he's tackled. And it should be 5th down, right?
No, I see the umpire putting up 4th down. Now we got 1st down over there.
That's wrong. The umpire's right, and they've got 1st down on the marker here. And
it will be 1st down at some point. We do know that's
so
going to
we went
occur.
from 4th down, punting. They ran a few plays, and we got the ball back with first down basically in the same spot.
I feel like we're on one of those guess the number deals on the Price is Right.
Groundhog
or
Day. It's the same day.
What I can tell you is that we've got 2:09 left, and we are up 34 to
I can
8.
read those numbers.
Okay, we got that. 2:09 on the clock, 34 to 8. Palmetto Tigers leading in this kickoff classic. Pisano's out here wide. Ooh, middle of the field, no safety over here, but he's blocking. And nice run on the play. Goes for about a 4-yard gain. And let's see who ran the ball there. That was number 35.
We haven't Tyrell Lee. We haven't called him.
Tyrell Lee.
And he's
in the game.
He looked pretty decent too.
I don't even know what grade he's in.
I don't know, but he just went for a 4-yard run.
He doesn't have a grade.
Like a walk in the park.
Maybe he just dressed up. He just suited up tonight, Rick.
I wonder if he's a freshman.
Terrell Lee, look at that. Oh, and he's going to be ragdolled there down at the 25-yard line. So now 1 minute and 23 seconds here remain in this one. And I want to again thank of all of our corporate sponsors. We had a really big package planned for the corporate sponsors tonight. We wanted to kick it off a week early. Everything will be all set next week, but the TigerVision here is presented by Conley Buick GMC. And I'll talk about the crew down there that have been working so hard for the production. Marino's back there in the shotgun. Just letting the clock wind down to 50 seconds on the clock. He's going to take this one. No victory formation, hands the ball off there. And the back goes again for, that's Lee. He goes for no gain on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down. The clock's running. That's probably going to wrap things up here. But Conley Buick GMC, our big sponsor here. I want to say, my parents have recently purchased a vehicle from them. And I drove that vehicle to a trip to Kissimmee. You're talking about a great car. And then Jordan has one of the GMC big truck packages. It's not the Denali. I believe it's the other package, Yukon. Yeah,
those are nice.
Man, that thing is so nice. And what a great, they treat you like family over there. Great vehicles, great service. And the Conley family, all of them over there, do a wonderful job. So wrapping this one up, your Palmetto Tigers have won this one 34 to 8. And we're going to close this out. Kenny, what do you think your comments on the game?
I saw a lot of good things. I think Derek Marino playing his first game as strong safety and punting tonight. Very, very impressed with him. Number 3, Hill. What's
Day Hill
was also impressive. Hickson, the 10th grade running back, came out of nowhere tonight, and I was very impressed with him. And overall, pretty good effort by the overall. You could tell we were missing some players, but the young players stepped up, and we move on to Southeast, Rick.
Yeah, I'll just give kudos to the offensive line. They really, primarily it was a run game tonight for us. Opened up some huge holes with some players that were absent. And just kudos also to the defense. We didn't really know what we were going to have. We knew we had some very talented players. They really stepped up and showed us really how athletic they are and what they can do on the defensive side of the ball. So overall, great game. Get the butterflies out. You've been playing against each other for the entire summer, and now you just get ready for a big game against Southeast at home next Friday night.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. A lot of missing players, but tonight they didn't miss a lick. They really looked, continuity was there defensively. I can't imagine a high school football game where I've seen as many forced fumbles in a game. The Palmetto defense bringing a lot of pressure. And I'll tell you, this Booker High team here has some very talented players out there. And it's not like they're a bunch of skilled people here. They have some big fellas up front on both sides of the line. So a very impressive night by the offensive line and defensive line. So, tonight we'll have no coaches interviews, but we're going to talk about our great programs that we have. Get onto that website, PalmettoTigers.com. You can go on there. You can purchase tickets. You can become a member of the IPFAM family. And tonight's final score, your Palmetto Tigers 34-8. We may have some statistics here coming in from Steven Johnson. So, Kenny, before we wrap here, let's have some second half statistics from Steven Johnson.
Okay. I'm not sure. This might have been the fourth quarter or probably Tigers 19 rushes for 86 yards, 2 of 7 passes for 37 yards and 123 total yards. And that's all he provided.
Okay, so that's what we had from Johnson in the studios there in Atlanta. But the final score tonight, Palmetto High Tigers 34, the Booker Tornadoes 8. And be sure to join us again next Friday night, August the 24th, as we kick the season off at home at Harley Stadium to face the Southeast Seminoles. If you're attending the game, be sure to wear your black shirts, as we're going to have a blackout. To get your fresh Palmetto Tiger gear, you can now shop on the www.palmettotigers.com page. My broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, Ken Burton, and I, along with the production staff of TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC via PalmettoTigers.com. Thank you for joining us again tonight. When it comes to football in Palmetto, fellas, it's one town, one team. Stay safe and stay original and show that Tiger pride. We'll see you next week. Go Tigers.